I'm Neil Austin. A lighting designer is in charge of all the lighting aspects of a theatre production, from what types of light are put where in the theatre, to how brightly those lights are turned on during the show, to what colour they're in, to how they're focused, and to the overall stage picture. So essentially the stage picture you see is edited and colorized by the lighting designer. I've always been interested in theatre from a very young age. My parents used to take me to see the latest musicals and ballets, and so my earliest memories are of sitting in the gods, falling asleep at the dullest of the new ones and being quite inspired by the best of them. Oh, I think I wish I'd started out 10 years later, because the internet has completely changed the ability to make new connections in the industry. When I started out, it was very difficult to discover where lighting designers that you were interested in working with, where they lived or who their agent was. So you used to write letters and deliver them to stage doors, and 3 months later you'd still not have heard a reply, and maybe 6 months later you might get a reply from one of the 30 letters you sent. Nowadays I get contacted by people every week. It makes life much easier, I think, to discover what you need to know about the industry before you start. To pursue a career as a lighting designer in theatre, I think you need to have an innate love of going to the theatre in all its forms. And you need to make sure that you've seen as much as possible, because if you enjoy going to the theatre and you don't mind spending your evenings in the theatre, then you won't mind having a career in the theatre, because you're not going to have any evenings to yourself. You're going to spend every evening working on a show and racing between one show and the next. I think that's the thing that I would most have liked someone to have told me about the industry as well, was that it's a 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. industry. That's an average working day when you're producing a piece of theatre.